Team deathmatch.
It's not personal.
Blackout, you're free to engage.
Hardened sentry, ready to deploy. Cerberus, awaiting orders.
Hostile UAV spotted.
Talon, awaiting orders.
Tracking behind, I can go back.
Nomad, authorizing Cerberus.
Your Cerberus is sustaining damage. Cerberus effective.
Hardened sentry, ready for deployment. Cerberus, awaiting orders. Talon, ready for deployment.
Tracking behind. I got your back.
Sentry running.
Talon. Cerberus fragging targets.
Swarm threat.
Cerberus taking hits.
Hardened sentry, ready to deploy. Talon on standby. Cerberus, awaiting orders. Cerberus destroyed. Hardened sentry shutting down. Talon ready for deployment.
Down.
Hardened sentry, ready for deployment. Cerberus on standby.
Talon anchored.
Cerberus destroyed. Hardened sentry shutting down.
Talon leaving combat zone. Cerberus effective.
Talon awaiting orders. Hardened sentry, ready to deploy. Cerberus on standby. Hostiles have destroyed your Talon. Talon on standby.
Hostile kill by Cerberus. Talon leaving combat zone. Cerberus fragging targets. Tracking behind. I got your back. Hostile kill by Cerberus. Cerberus kill. Hostile kill by Cerberus.
Hardened sentry shutting down. Cerberus destroyed.
Cerberus fragging targets.
Talon awaiting orders. Hardened sentry, ready to deploy. Cerberus on standby.
Talon overhead.
Hardened sentry shutting down. Cerberus destroyed.
Hostile kill by Cerberus.
Cerberus on standby. Cerberus offline.
Ammunition low. Talon RTB.
Talon on standby.
Cerberus taking hits. Talon on your position.
Cerberus destroyed. Talon ready for deployment. Hardened sentry, ready to deploy. Cerberus on standby. Hardened sentry, ammo depleted.
Talon out. Talon anchored.
sentry, ready for deployment.
Hostile counter
Hardened sentry
Radar
destroyed.
is down.
Talon destroyed. Hostiles have destroyed your Talon.
Cerberus
Talon on standby. Cerberus awaiting orders.
Cerberus under fire. Talon on your position. Cerberus effective. Cerberus fragging targets. Talon overhead.
Hardened sentry, ready for deployment. Cerberus on standby. Hardened sentry, ammo depleted. Cerberus destroyed.
Killed by Cerberus.
Talon ready for deployment. Hardened sentry, ready to deploy.
Cerberus effective. Cerberus fragging targets. Talon leaving combat zone. Cerberus taking hits.
Cerberus offline.
Sentry opening fire.
Talon anchored. Ammunition low. Talon RTV.
Hardened sentry, ready to deploy. Cerberus on standby.
Cerberus killed.
Talon awaiting orders.
Talon on your position.
Hardened sentry shutting down.
Cerberus fragging targets.
Talon on standby. Cerberus on standby.
Your Cerberus is sustaining damage. Cerberus kill.
Hardened sentry, ammo depleted.
Cerberus fragging targets. Talon leaving combat zone. Talon overhead.
Cerberus offline.
Cerberus effective.
Hardened sentry, ready to deploy. Hardened sentry shutting down.
Cerberus under fire.
Talon ready for deployment.
Talon out.
Cerberus offline.
Talon on your position.
Nasty.
Hardened sentry shutting down. Talon awaiting orders. Cerberus awaiting orders.
Cerberus effective. Cerberus taking hits.
Cerberus offline.
Ammunition low. Talon RTV.
Hostiles have destroyed your Talon.
Talon overhead.
Hardened sentry shutting down. Talon on standby. Hardened sentry, ready to deploy. Cerberus awaiting orders.
Talon anchored. Cerberus killed.
Hostiles have destroyed your Talon. Talon destroyed.
Cerberus fragging targets.
Hardened sentry destroyed.
Cerberus kill. Cerberus taking hits.
Outright. AIA.
Cerberus offline. Hardened sentry, ammo depleted.
Cerberus effective.
Hardened sentry, ready for deployment.
Cerberus kill.
Cerberus, awaiting orders.
Cerberus under fire. Cerberus effective.
Talon awaiting orders. Hardened sentry, destroyed. Hardened sentry, ready for deployment.
Talon for your position.
Cerberus offline.
Talon overhead.
Hostiles have destroyed your Talon. Hostiles have destroyed your hardened sentry. Talon on standby. Hardened sentry, ready for deployment. Cerberus, awaiting orders. Hardened sentry, destroyed. Hostiles have destroyed your Talon.
Talon overhead.
Cerberus destroyed. Hardened sentry, ready for deployment.
Cerberus effective. Cerberus under fire.
Hardened sentry, destroyed. Cerberus offline. Hardened sentry, ready for deployment. Cerberus awaiting orders. Talon awaiting orders. Cerberus offline.
Talon out. Talon anchored. Cerberus fragging targets. Hostile killed by Cerberus. Cerberus effective. Cerberus kill. Your Cerberus is sustaining damage.
Hardened sentry shutting down.
Hostile killed by Cerberus. Talon leaving combat zone.
Hardened sentry, ready for deployment. Cerberus awaiting orders. Cerberus offline. Talon destroyed.
Ammunition low. Talon RTB.
Hardened sentry destroyed. Cerberus offline.
Swarm trap ready.
Hardened sentry ready to deploy. Hostiles have destroyed your Talon. Cerberus on standby. Hardened sentry ready to deploy. Cerberus on standby.
Cerberus fragging targets.
Cerberus destroyed.
Tracking behind, I got your back. Cerberus kill.
Mechanical.
Your Cerberus is sustaining damage.
Talon ready for deployment. Hardened sentry ready for deployment. Cerberus awaiting orders.
Talon anchored.
Cerberus destroyed. Hardened sentry, ammo depleted. Talon awaiting orders. Hardened sentry, ready for deployment. Cerberus on standby.
Cerberus under fire.
That's Cerberus now.
Cerberus offline. Negative, airspace crowded.
Talon leaving combat zone.
Hardened sentry shutting down.
Talon overhead. Cerberus taking hits. Talon power depleted. RTB.
Hardened sentry ready for deployment. Talon ready for deployment. Cerberus awaiting orders. Hardened sentry, ammo depleted.
Talon on your position.
Thermite, whoa!
Cerberus fragging targets.
Hardened sentry, ready to deploy. Cerberus on standby. Cerberus destroyed. Talon awaiting orders. Hardened sentry, ammo depleted. Negative, airspace full. Cerberus offline.
Talon leaving combat zone. Talon anchored.
Hardened sentry, ammo depleted.
Hostile kill by Cerberus. Talon defeated RTV. Your Cerberus is sustaining damage. Talon overhead.
Cerberus offline.
Sucks to be you.
Negative, airspace crowded. Talon on standby. Hardened sentry, ready for deployment. Cerberus awaiting orders.
Cerberus fragging targets.
Hardened sentry shutting down.
Cerberus effective.
Hardened sentry, ready to deploy. Cerberus on standby.
Cerberus kill. Cerberus effective. Talon out.
Hardened sentry, ammo depleted.
Cerberus fragging targets. Hostile kill by Cerberus. Wait any time. I got your back.
Enemy over.
Ammunition low. Talon RTB.
Talon ready for deployment. Hardened sentry, ready for deployment. Cerberus destroyed.
Cerberus kill. Cerberus effective.
Cerberus offline.
Deploy Cerberus on me.
Tracking behind, I got your back.
Hardened sentry, ammo depleted. Cerberus on standby.
Talon out. Cerberus fragging targets. Your Cerberus is sustaining damage.
Talon on standby. Hardened sentry shutting down.
Talon overhead.
Swarm traps,
Cerberus kill.
Hardened sentry shutting down. Cerberus offline. Talon awaiting orders. Hardened sentry ready to deploy.
nasty.
Cerberus on standby. Hardened sentry shutting down. Cerberus destroyed.
Talon power depleted. RTB.
Hardened sentry destroyed.
Talon on your position. Talon out.
Talon on standby. Hardened sentry ready to deploy. Cerberus on standby.
Tracking behind, I got your back.
Talon destroyed.
Advise. Hostile counter UAV
Cerberus
is
fragging
online.
targets.
Sentry running.
Hostiles have destroyed your hardened sentry.
Cerberus taking hits. Ammunition low. Talent on GB.
Cerberus destroyed.
Cerberus killed.
Sarah KIA.
Talent on your position.
Hardened sentry, ready for deployment. Cerberus on standby. Cerberus offline.
Incoming grenade!
Hardened sentry, ready to deploy. Cerberus awaiting orders. Talon ready for deployment.
Be advised.
Hostiles have destroyed your Talon.
Cerberus under fire. Talon anchored. Hostile killed by Cerberus.
Hostiles have destroyed your hardened sentry.
Cerberus fragging targets.
Cerberus offline. Talon awaiting orders. Cerberus on standby.
Your Cerberus sustaining damage.
Hardened sentry shutting down. Cerberus offline.
Tracking behind. I got your back.
Hardened sentry ready to deploy. Cerberus on standby.
Talent deep in combat zone. Hostile killed by Cerberus.
Tango down.
Talon on standby.
Talent overhead.
Hardened sentry ready for deployment. Cerberus on standby. Talon awaiting orders.
Cerberus fragging targets. Cerberus killed. Talon power depleted. Still killed by Cerberus. Your Cerberus is sustaining damage.
Cerberus offline.
Cerberus fragging targets. Talon anchored.
Cerberus destroyed. Talon destroyed. Talon ready for deployment. Cerberus awaiting orders.
Tracking behind, I got your back.
Hardened sentry, ammo depleted.
Talon on your position.
Talon destroyed. Cerberus offline. Talon on standby. Hardened sentry, ready for deployment. Cerberus on standby. Hardened sentry, ammo depleted.
Tracking behind. I got your back.
Hardened sentry shutting down. Cerberus destroyed.
Cerberus effective. Ammunition low. Talon activated.
Nano swarms at capacity.
Cerberus awaiting orders.
Talon overhead.
Cerberus destroyed.
Talon leaving combat zone.
Hardened sentry shutting down.
Hostile killed by Cerberus.
ready for deployment. Hardened sentry ready to deploy. Cerberus on standby.
Talon anchored.
Hardened sentry ammo depleted. Cerberus offline. Talon awaiting orders. Hardened sentry ready for deployment. Cerberus awaiting orders.
Talon power depleted. RTB. Talon on your position. Cerberus under fire.
Talon ready for deployment.
Cerberus fragging targets. Your Cerberus is sustaining damage. Hostile killed by Cerberus. Cerberus killed. Cerberus fragging targets.
Hardened sentry shutting down.
Talon power depleted. RTB.
Hardened sentry ready for deployment. Cerberus on standby. Cerberus offline.
Talon overhead.
Cerberus offline. Talon destroyed.
Neutralized.
Talon destroyed. Hardened sentry ammo depleted. Hardened sentry ready for deployment. Cerberus awaiting orders.
Cerberus killed.
Swarm trap ready.
Talon overhead. Cerberus fragging targets.
Hardened sentry. Talon destroyed. Cerberus offline.
Hostile killed by Cerberus. Cerberus taking hits.
Cerberus offline.
Nomad authorizing Cerberus.
Hardened sentry ammo depleted.
Ammunition low. Talon RTB.
Please.
Behind by Dr. Ready.
Hardened sentry ready to deploy. Cerberus awaiting orders.
Cerberus killed.
Hardened sentry shutting down. Talon ready for deployment. Hardened sentry ready for deployment.
Cerberus fragging targets. Talon overhead. Cerberus under fire. Cerberus killed.
Outrider.
Hardened sentry ammo depleted. Cerberus destroyed.
Cerberus effective.
Hardened sentry ready to deploy. Talon awaiting orders.
Cerberus killed. Cerberus fragging targets.
Talon destroyed.
Talon powered.
Cerberus destroyed.
Nomad requesting Cerberus.
Talon anchored.
Hardened sentry shutting down.
Hostile UAV spotted.
Hardened sentry shutting down.
Be advised, hostile UAV incoming.
Cerberus taking hits.
Cerberus offline.
Ammo depleted. RTB.
Hardened sentry shutting down.
Hardened sentry deployed.
Talon on your position. Cerberus fragging targets.
Hardened sentry ready for deployment. Hardened sentry ammo depleted. Cerberus on standby.
Ammunition low. Talon on. Cerberus effective.
Eliminate that.
Cerberus destroyed.
Hostile killed by Cerberus.
Hardened sentry ammo depleted.
Your Cerberus is sustaining damage.
Cerberus offline. Hardened sentry ammo depleted.
Swarm traps ready.
Talon on standby. Hardened sentry ready to deploy. Cerberus on standby.
Sentry running. Nasty little bastards.
Hardened sentry ready to deploy.
Hive ready. Hardened sentry online.
Hardened sentry shutting down.
Swarm traps ready.
Hardened sentry ready to deploy.
Sentry running.
Hardened sentry ready for deployment. Hardened sentry shutting down.
Sentry opening fire. Dead.
Hardened sentry ready to deploy. Hardened sentry ammo depleted.
Hardened sentry online.
Talon anchored.
Hardened sentry shutting down.
The world is watching. Show them the win.
Hardened sentry shutting down. Talon ready for deployment. Hardened sentry ready for deployment.
Sucks to be you.
Hardened sentry ready to deploy. Hardened sentry ready for deployment.
Hostile UAV spotted.
Sucks to be you. Hide ready.
Hardened sentry shutting down.
Sucks to be you. Nano swarms at the back.
Hardened sentry, ammo depleted.
Another win for the Accord. RTV.
Setting up for rescue team ambush. Even if you get a lucky shot, I will end you.